What's up, everybody? Back for the second event breakdown in Drake's Takes history on video. And we got a doubleheader this week. Two events, Bellator 226 and UFC 242. Yeah, that's what number it is. So many. And let's just get right into it. We're going to start with UFC 242. This guy's bigger. More picks to be made. Not gonna break down everybody this time. Well, I didn't break down everybody last time, but every fight. But I talked a little bit more about some things I did. That's a lot to unpack in this one. So let's just pick out some key things and see how long that takes. I'm not trying to go for hours here, but let's get into it. Both great cards. Fun fights this week. And all right, Don Madge, Ferris Zayim. Don Madge, great prospect coming up here. Yep. Zach Cummings and Omari Akhmedov. That's a fun fight. Both very durable guys. Zach Cummings, impossible to knock out. I think he'll edge it. It's going to be close, though. Zach Cummings' fight's usually close. Great performance in his last one. Muslim Salikov is back after USADA suspension, I believe. Nordin Taleb, always fun to watch. Good performance in his last one, rebounding off a two-fight losing streak. This was kind of a tough one for me to pick as well. A lot of close matchups here on the UFC card, and same for the Bellator one, from what I remember looking at before we went on here. I was really tempted to pick Nordin, but I'll go with Salikov. I think that'll be close as well. Muhammad versus Sato, another close one, but Muhammad's kind of one of those guys who's pretty consistent. I'm going to give him the nod there. Azatar and Pakalan. Pakalan kind of is, sometimes just he's good for highlight reels. Sometimes it's just how it's gotten so far. Poor guy, but I think he should do better than many might think he will, but I don't think he's going to win. Sarah Morris and Liana Jojua making her debut here. Sarah Morris, 3-fight losing streak. Kind of surprised that she's even getting this fight. No offense to her whatsoever. Usually in pretty fun fights, but this is definitely make or break for her here. Unfortunately, I think it'll be break. So Zuba versus Lerone Murphy. I'm going to take two to go over there. And then main card, I think this is first on the main card. Topology kind of mixes things up. KGB Lee versus Jojo Calderwood. Ooh, this is a great matchup. And it's going to be a very close one, I think. Two fighters who love to strike, really love to just get nasty. Muay Thai, all that good stuff. Clinch. And we've seen, with JoJo, she calls it 2.0, but I want to say like 4.0. She's gone through some stages. I love JoJo, one of my favorite strawweights in the early days of the division building up. Still like her, and can't hate on Lee. They're flyweight now. They're flyweight now. But yes, JoJo used to be strawweight. Anyways, yeah, this is a great matchup. Should be a fun fight no matter what. What I was getting at though was she's utilized more of her grappling in recent fights. Didn't get to use much of it against Chukagin in her last one, which was a first defeat at flyweight. It's just hard to get a hold of Caitlin. She's one of those fighters, very, very mobile, movement oriented. Andrea Lee, not as much kind of in your face kind of striker, likes to bring it. I mean, they both do, so I think they'll just meet in the middle and throw down. We're gonna see some nasty clinch work, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be close, but I think Andrea's gonna edge it here. It's funny. I like the pictures how she's like looking that way, just a little thing. But if there's gonna be a difference maker, I think it might be whoever can end up utilizing any grappling to their advantage if it needs to go there. Whoever is more aggressive, I think it's just going to be one of those kind of dirty fights. I could easily see JoJo winning this, but I just have a feeling, Andrea Lee's got that momentum. Gonna be a good one though. Great way to kick things off there on the main card. Then we go to Maribek Taisumov and I think it's Carlos Diego Ferreira. They only say Diego here. Another close one. Ferreira, he is on a roll right now. Ever since I want to say since losing to Dustin Poirier. Let's look because we have that ability, and I haven't utilized it enough. So let's wait for this great connection to load. But Taisumov, the man of many visa issues, so call him that. He's been one of the biggest dark horses, I guess you could say, in the lightweight division for years now, but he just has not been able to fight in America, which has really held him back. And then he had a brief USADA issue as well, if I remember correctly. That's I don't want to say that, but yeah, I mean, geez, that Rustam Khabib win by Ferreira was so impressive. That was like, I did not see that coming. That was a great win. If you haven't seen that fight, go watch it just to see how well he handled Khabib. No one beats Khabib the way he did. Like, if I'm remembering right, always got to say that just to be sure. He would get taken down, which is hard not to get taken down against Khabib, and he would get right back up just almost instantly every time, and then make him pay for it. It was a great performance. That was a really, really fun one to watch. 4-fight winning streak, though. I mean, he's on a roll. He is rolling. And Taisumov also, he's got the momentum behind him, but it's a lot more stretched out because of the issues that he has had with the visa stuff and USADA. I'm pretty sure he had a USADA thing. Either way, he doesn't lose very often, Taisumov, and very well-rounded fighter. Man, I might have to switch my pick here. After I think about that Khabib win again, just because I was thinking Taisumov might be strong enough to hold him down in some certain positions, but I don't know. Thinking back to that Khabib fight, he looked so good in that one. Taisumov just not very active compared to him lately. This isn't loading up here, but gosh, that's a tough one to pick. I might flip it to Ferreira. I might, even though. All right, I have no idea what happened there. That was, I'm going to assume that was shitty connection acting up there because I tried to load Taisumov's page, and I'm currently installing Gears 5, so the connection is extra bad right now, even though I'm on a different Wi-Fi. I don't know. Either way, I guess we're not going to look at pages today. And I also forgot to mention at the beginning of this episode, if you listen to episode 4 where I talked about rules and stuff, and I said that there's going to be a big change to the breakdowns this week, of course, there's going to be a delay on that, but that's coming still. Going to be fun. Going to be exciting. Change up. So anyways, yes, I'm going to switch to Ferreira. All right, I'm going to switch this after this episode is done. I think he's going to pull the upset here. It's going to be Taisumov's first UFC loss, I think. See, I wish I could check, but yeah, either way, I think Taisumov's going to take an L. I think he is. All right, moving on. Curtis Blades and Shamil Abdurakhimov, he is also coming off of, I would say, the best performance of his career. I don't remember who it was against, but it's phenomenal. He's on a win streak too. It's 4-3, I believe. So yeah, similar situation to Ferreira, both streaking these blue corner guys here. Curtis Blades looking to, he just came off of the Justin Willis win. Man, I'm terrible with remembering like specifics sometimes. It seems like when I get on the camera, I just can't remember. But either way, both of these guys strong in the wrestling department. Blades, safer to say that he is as well. Both can throw. They're heavyweights. They're big guys. They can hurt you with punches and all that good stuff. Blades the more athletic of the two. I think that's definitely safe to say. I think that Shamil should put up a good fight. This is totally fine matchmaking, I think. This fight even being made in the first place. But in the end, I think Blades will get him down. If he doesn't dominate throughout, well, even if he does, I think he'll end up finishing it late. We saw Shamil gas in, it was Tabura, I think it was Shamil's last fight. We saw Shamil gas, though, against Derek Lewis, which ended up losing him that fight. He was winning against Lewis, and not a very good fight, but that was a while ago. He's gotten better since then, significantly better, I would say. assuming it was Tybura, great performance. Blades consistently a good fighter as well. Phenomenal wrestler. Arguably, I was gonna say arguably the best in the division, but DC's still fighting. He's up there, top 3. Anyways, gonna take Blades. I would be mildly surprised if Shamil pulls it off, but not stunned. I wouldn't be completely stunned. Blades is still the youngest guy, I think, in the top, one of the top guys, anyways. Still a bright future, even though that Ngannou loss happened for a second time. A more legit one this time, though, even still questionable. But yeah, I'm going to take Blades, razor blades here. And then, oh my goodness, Hamosh versus Makhachev. This fight, I think I had the most trouble picking. Talk about a coin toss. Davy Hamosh, this is the biggest step up for him, I think, in his career. so confused. But Makhachev, he's on the rise as well. Could arguably getting a top 15 opponent, but instead they throw him one of the more dangerous guys now in the top 15 in Hamosh. Fantastic jiu-jitsu, just a monster on the ground. But Makhachev is also a Sambo guy. He's like Khabib light, sort of, who we'll get to. Trains with Khabib. These Dagestan guys, right? I mean, it's not much more you need to say. Solid striking as well. I would probably say Hamosh is the more powerful of the two. Not to say Makhachev can't knock you out, because he definitely can. This is just a great matchup. I fucking love this fight. It's a coin flip for me. This is a total coin flip. I really almost went with Hamosh, but in the end, I think more likely that Makhachev will be able to negate getting the jiu-jitsu of Hamosh and possibility of being submitted with his great grappling as well, and his sambo, his offensive sambo grappling. And who knows, he might not even take it there. He probably will, just because those Russians, those sambo dudes, they don't give a shit what your skill set is, where you're strong. Like Khabib even struck with Conor, and it's a different situation, but they'll fight you wherever. That's the main point. But they always fight at their strengths as well. So that's even an even bigger point, which is ultimately what led me to go with Makhachev. But still a coin flip. That's a great fight. I'm really looking forward to that one. And then we get to the co-main event already. Paul Felder, Edson Barboza 2. Honestly, not too excited for this fight. Didn't really care for the first one either, and I thought it was all right. It was all right. Felder's obviously gotten better since then. He looked very frustrated in that first fight, so it will be interesting to see how he has prepared and game plans for this second fight with Barboza. I think the recipe has kind of been made obvious how to beat Barboza. Pressure. Excuse me. Pressure's not his best friend. So yeah, I think Paul will need to get in his face, but he's not. Paul he can be an aggressive striker, of course. And Paul Felder, I love Paul Felder just as a human. He's such a great commentator, a funny guy, a great personality, a fun fighter as well. Usually not in boring fights, but yeah, I didn't care for that first Barboza fight. I didn't think it was anything special. So I wasn't too excited when this one was announced. I think it's kind of a weird co-main event, not too strong, but it should still be all right. I don't know. I don't see it being too different from the first fight, but closer. Should be closer. Maybe it'll end up even being a split. Either way, I can't see Barboza losing it because he needs the win here as well. So might pull out something crazy. We'll see. Either way, it'll be interesting, but not super excited for it. All right, the main event. What a fight, huh? How about that? What was you gonna put? Khabib has returned, and Poirier is finally getting his long-awaited, undisputed title shot. Okay, I don't really have a lot to say about this fight. Khabib does what Khabib does. Khabib smash. Poirier does what Poirier does. Knock you out generally. Striker versus grappler, essentially. I know that Dustin has really been kind of talking about how, he's been doing jiu-jitsu for a lot longer than people realize and is ground defense and all his takedown defense, grappling defense, all that is going to be way better. He'll be able to stop things and all that. And great to hear it. You want the self-belief and everything. Wonderful. But then when you just look at things, I mean, you can say that all you want, but I mean, Eddie got him down. I mean, he's been taken down by lesser grapplers than Khabib. Let's put it that way. I know it's MMA math, but it's true. It's true. I mean, maybe he won't stay down for long, but Khabib's going to take him down. Khabib's going to do his thing. I think that no matter what, Dustin needs to finish here, which is usually how I feel about Khabib fights, because he's just so goddamn good at what he does. And I think Khabib can strike with Dustin too. But this is the thing I've been saying ever since Dustin beat Holloway, which I did not think was going to happen. I was very high on Holloway and still am, you know. But at that time, I didn't think anyone was going to beat Holloway outside of like Tony or Khabib in lightweight or featherweight. So I will say, as long as this fight is on the feet, though, Dustin has a legit chance. His boxing is so insanely good. Like, just his defense in that Max rematch was fucking otherworldly. I mean, he's so goddamn good, you know, like, and I think it's significantly not, well, I mean, I was going to say significantly better than Khabib as a striker. Khabib's a very underrated striker. I think that can finally say that now. Either way, though, Dustin is just he's just elite level. So yeah, as long as this fight is on the feet, Dustin has a for real chance of finding something. And I think that's his only way to win this, because when he's not on the feet or, you know, able to strike, he's going to be getting smothered. And I don't know. I think he'll find success. There'll be moments where he's got get some good offense off. Joe Rogan will have some. No, Joe Rogan's not going to be there. There'll be some freak out moments from commentary. Dominic is going to be, I think it might just be Dominic and Annick. So maybe some brief freak outs. They don't freak out too often. But either way, I just can't see Khabib losing to anybody except for GSP maybe. And I know that's an interesting take. Another person like Khabib. That's another like stylistic fighter. I think that's the only person who's going to beat the Eagle. And I think full training camp Khabib usually, well, not usually, he doesn't have many 5-round fights yet. I mean, he's the champion now, but I think he'll find finish, probably submission in the 4th round. Dustin's tough. It's going to be interesting, but it's borderline impossible for me to pick against Khabib. I mean, he's just so good. So yeah, that is it for UFC 242. But now we got to make our lock of the night and sleeper picks of the night for this event. We'll get on to Bellator. So lock of the night. That's a tough one to pick for how close all of these fights are. Let's see. Man, that is a tough one. Don Madge might be the easy pick there. Just no easy task for Ziam. Yeah, probably gonna take Madge as the lock. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Barboza, which, you know, will be a bold claim. A lot of people high on Felder at the moment, but yeah, I'll take Madge. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. This card is a lot of great matchups. Really, like, not a lot of name value compared to some pay-per-views, but some fucking good stylistic matchups. Sleeper pick for the sleeper fight of the night. I don't think many people expect JoJo versus Lee to end up being the fight of the night, so I think that's a pretty safe sleeper pick. I can't see that one being bad. So yeah, I'm gonna take that one. All right, now let's move on to Bellator, which will go down afterwards anyways, I think, if I got the times right, because it'll be, I think main card starts at 3 p.m. Pacific time for 242 because it's in Abu Dhabi, and then Bellator, what number is this? 226. Bellator 226 is going to be on, maybe not right after that, but like 6, 7, you know, the usual time, Pacific time. So yeah, let's get into this one now. All right, Ortiz and Emil. Right to it. Right to it. Adam Piccolotti versus my boy Jake Smith. Check out the podcast did with him. Drake Stakes episode 1, actually. Him and Ricky Simone, his teammate, UFC bantamweight, joined me in person for a chat. Great chat, very fun. Smitty's an absolute gem of a personality, and he's finally coming back to not an easy fight. this one. I gotta do my best to remove my bias here, even though I picked him, so it's still kind of hard. The hometown guy for me, but this is a tough one for him, especially coming off the comeback. But he's got that mental strength where it's like he's gonna fucking take this. Of course, who wouldn't coming back? I don't know. It's just yeah. But it's gonna be no walk in the park. Piccolotti last fight was against Benson Henderson. I went to that Bellator. That was 220. Yeah, that was Bellator 220. Covered that one live in person. Talked with Piccolotti, Henderson. Incredible fight. Fantastic fight that they had. I think I even scored it a draw. Benson ended up winning, but a lot of people thought Piccolotti won. Very close. Could have gone either way. It was a draw for me. It was a very good fight. So Piccolotti arguably still on a winning streak, if you want to look at it that way. And then he would have arguably had a title shot too. Either way, super strong wrestler, powerful guy. But so is Jake. They're pretty similar fighters. I don't know if you would agree with me saying that, just because, strong personality on the guy, half black attack. But I don't know. I think Jake's, man. If you go back and watch Jake's, I told him this in person on the podcast. You kind of don't really, you forget how good he is because he's had such a long layoff. Not super long, but longer than you would prefer, obviously. You go back and watch his fight with Steve Cazzola. It was like a 50-second knockout or something. Man, just crisp. Like his technique and his striking and the power that he could generate. That fight is such a great example. Man, it was a really great knockout. And I'm not just saying this. I would say this no matter who it was. I said that before I even really knew who he was. Not going to tell you to go find that, but it's out there. It's out there on the tweet business. So yeah, striking department, I might favor Jake just because, man, and the motivation he has for this. I gotta pick him, but I did decision here though because I think it's Piccolotti is just no walk in the park. He's gonna make it ugly. It might even be a split decision. It's gonna be a very close fight, I think. But if anyone's finding the finish, if Piccolotti finds a finish, it might be like a submission, catches him somewhere. But Smitty, he can knock your lights out, man. That just if you haven't seen the Cazzola one, go to Bellator.com. Jake Smith versus Steve Cazzola. That's a great knockout. That's a great performance. So if he can replicate that again, he's going to be right in the mix. And Bellator's been treating him well. They like their personalities, but he's got the skill to back it up. No nonsense kind of guy. This is one you don't want to miss. Prelim, I believe. But either way, yeah, I'm gonna take Smitty. Sorry, Smitty. Wouldn't be surprised though if Piccolotti pulls it off. Don't listen to this and get in your head or use it as motivation. But yeah, I'm still picking his man. So yeah, I'm so excited for his comeback though. So check that out. All right, then we move on to Gaston Bolanos is back, taking on Daniel Carey. Daniel Carey, I can only judge off of his fight with Chris Sunshine Lencioni, who teammate of Jake Smith's at ATT Portland here. And he beat Chris pretty much by just, smothering him with pressure, lay and pray, if you want to call it that. Didn't do a whole lot of damage, just out-wrestled him pretty much and neutralized his ground offense. Chris Sunshine's, his jiu-jitsu game, and got the win that way. Here he's going against Bolanos. Bolanos, I haven't really seen tested on the ground, so this will be an interesting test in that regard. I think that, so I got round 3 here. I think Carey will have success getting him to the ground early on. But Bolanos, man, is so dangerous, such a great striker. He's got that background. That's his thing, man. He's legit kickboxer. Maybe might even have been Muay Thai, I think, because I remember watching him in Lion Fight. if I'm remembering correctly. Either way, I used to watch him on Axis TV when he was lighting fools up. He is so fun to watch, though. You don't want to miss that one. I think he'll catch Kerry late. Kerry is going to find success, though. Just if he fights the same way that he fought Lencioni, then yeah. But Bolanos, man, dangerous on the feet. All right. Carvalho and Cecilia. I don't really have much to say about that. Cecilia, pretty much gatekeeper fight journeyman at this point. As much as I hate to say it, he's a great guy from Ultimate Fighter season 15, the live one. Still a very powerful puncher, but kind of all he brings to the table now. Carvalho just on a roll. I think he'll keep it going. Just by avoiding the big punch, which is, I hate to be critical in that regard, but it seems like that's all you need to do against Sam these days. So we'll move on. Claxton versus Sanchez. I don't know. We all know Speedy Claxton got those flying knees that he loves, but he's also a fantastic wrestler. Emmanuel Sanchez, though, this is one hell of a jump up for Claxton. So this will be interesting. It is. Just going to see if I think Claxton needs to utilize that wrestling big time. Sanchez, dangerous really everywhere. Very fun fight in his title fight against Pitbull. I don't think many people thought that he should have won it, but it was very back and forth. It was no slouch for Pitbull anyways, and we all know how good Pitbull is. So yeah, big step up for Claxton, who's one of the best guys. Sanchez, and this is the beginning of the tournament too. Oh, both of these fights where I didn't even realize that. Shows how much I'm paying attention. I'm trying. And then this one is also, there's a bunch of tournament quarterfinals here. Borix and Curran. Man, I love Curran in his prime. He was so fun to watch. A sniper, just a real sniper, precise. It didn't throw a lot of volume, and I just think he's kind of past his prime at this point, unfortunately. Because man, he was. I mean, a lot of people probably didn't find him fun to watch, but I just loved the accuracy and pinpoint kind of precision he would bring to the table when he was on top and as champ and all that. Borix, though, young, up-and-coming guy. Probably going to take it. Strauss and Campos. Strauss, another former champion, like Curran. Campos, he's dangerous. That's a good matchup. It really is, but I don't have a lot to say about it. Pretty evenly matched. Strauss, though, strong wrestler. This might be his first fight back since his motorcycle accident or whatever accident was. So I'll be interesting to see. I'm throwing the interesting word out again. Interesting to see what just will be, how he comes back from that. I'll trust, though, I'm trusting that he's going to be, well prepared like usual and going to get the job done. He's a former champ, got that experience. Wouldn't say he's declined too much yet either, so we'll see. And the main event here, Darth Bader, the double champ, defending his heavyweight title for the first time against Czech Congo, who is on a roll at heavyweight. Not the most exciting fighter anymore, like he once used to be, which is, sucks, but he's winning. Some people would say he didn't win against Minikov. Is what it is. Here he is now. Bader, I don't think he gets enough love. Even still, definitely gets it more now, but even still, he feels kind of underappreciated in my mind. At heavyweight, he's been just a monster. If you watched that tournament that he just ran through, like with ease, barely got hit in 3 fights. Congo's really been, wrestling a lot of people lately to good effect, but not entertaining effect. Like I was saying, not very exciting. But he's not going to be able to do that to Bader. I don't care if he's slightly bigger. He handled Mitrione fine, who Congo probably, better wrestler than Mitrione. But, when you're looking at the size, Bader's just one of the best wrestlers out there. And his striking has gotten significantly better, starting with, I want to say, the Rashad Evans fight. If you go back to UFC, I don't even remember which one that was. But that one was like the starting point for me where it's like, okay, holy shit, Bader's really worked on his striking. And then since then, he's gotten a bunch of knockouts. a lot of knockouts. And, you know, Congo's been one of the chinnier heavyweights just throughout his whole career. And maybe that's why he's gotten really into trying to wrestle people down, so, you know, avoid getting knocked down. It's been working, but I don't think that's going to fly here against somebody of Bader's caliber. So with that in mind, I just think that Bader's going to catch him some point in the first round. I mean, he's been looking so great at heavyweight. I don't think it'll be early in the first round because I think the Congo will try to wrestle, probably maybe get him against the cage, but they'll get reversed out. Either way, I think Bader. I don't see him losing, man. I don't know who beats him in Bellator right now. No one I can think of off the top of my head. It's good to see though that Congo is actually getting the title shot at all, because he should have been in the fucking tournament. I mean, it made zero sense for him not to be. I'm pretty sure they didn't put him in just because of how he's been fighting lately. You know, like not very exciting. But with his record and winning streak, 1,000,000% should have been in the tournament, along with there was some Justin Wren should have been in the tournament. I mean, Jesus. So yeah, this is the fight to make for the heavyweight title in Bellator, but still, Bader's just too good. I think just kind of next level. He's double champ for a reason. So yeah, you guys, and then we gotta do lock and sleeper here. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take the lock of the night actually as Bader, because I mean, I just said it all. Why? So Bader's my lock. I really can't see him losing to Congo, which might be stupid because Congo still does hit fucking hard, but that's my lock. All right. It is what it is. Sleeper fight of the night. Well, you know, I think I'm going to go with Smitty versus Piccolotti just because that's a prelim. Nobody's really looking at it. I think that, I don't know what people might assume, Claxton and Sanchez will be the fight of the night. But I really think that, you know, Piccolotti fights are usually very fun. Jake Smith fights are very fun. Put them together. Boom. And, you know, Piccolotti's going to want to right that wrong against Henderson, which he probably doesn't think that he lost, which, you know, sure, that's fine. You can totally think that. It was very close. But yeah, that's going to be my sleeper pick. Again, not because of the bias. If you look at the styles, that should be a very good one for as long as it lasts, because who knows? So yeah, Piccolotti versus Smith, sleeper pick for fight of the night on Bellator 226. Lock is Ryan Bader, the champ. All right, that'll do it for this week's events. Everybody, thanks for joining me once again. See if I'm wrong. See if I'm right. I got Wiley John right first round too. So I don't completely know nothing. I mean, I got submission wrong, but my analysis was pretty spot on. You can go check it out. Just to toot my horn a little bit here. We're on the second ever breakdown. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Feel free to follow me on the Twitters. I just joined the Scrap, so you can find some of my work on there. The Body Lock, going hard again on writing. Just dropped a piece about the Chinese MMA, the growth of it. Here it is. Chinese takeover, reflecting on a nation's growth in MMA. Go ahead and check that out on the Scrap. My first piece on the Scrap. Good fun. Love looking at that kind of stuff. History lesson. So yeah, give me the follows. Dre Criggs on Twitter, on Instagram. Subscribe if you like my words. And yeah, thanks again for joining. Stay tuned for more good stuff. Good stuff. I'm excited to end up getting the event shows change that will be coming soon. Don't have a specific date anymore. I thought it was going to be this week, but things happen. That's just how life goes. So yeah, enjoy the fights, everybody. See you next time.